Hi everyone, welcome back to the Be Nice Show. This is Sarah. So happy to be back. We're recording this in February 2022, and I'm super excited to have Esther back, the Kabbalistic astrologer. And for going by the recent podcast, the episode we did, people loved it. I mean, the
Unfortunately, I lost you even more.
Some people was that how deep.
Unfortunately, I lost you even more.
You did?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, I'm saying that people say that they loved your approach and how you break down issues, or how you detailed you were during that episode, that even someone who did not understand astrology before, or Babylonian Kabbalistic astrology, they were able to follow. And someone told me that she listened 3 times, to grasp what was going on. But this is how enjoyable it was. It was the first time about Kabbalistic astrology at all. So because of that, and I'm so glad that you offered to come back. And going by what's been happening lately, I thought we'd touch base. But first of all, how have you been doing? And welcome back to the Be Nice Show.
Very good. Thank you so much for inviting me again. It's my pleasure and my merit. Every time when I have opportunity to reach out to more people, to more souls, and to share knowledge which is not mine, it's the universal knowledge. And if it resonates with more souls, it's just telling us, and we're all in the right direction. We're getting closer and closer to final redemption. Because if you look at it, what's really happening right now in the world, so many beautiful people. Every time when I have my clients, students come to me, my soul rejoined with so much joy, with the desire and beauty people have inside of them. And if you think about even our grandparents, we don't have to go too far. They didn't have opportunity to reach out to so much knowledge out there. Just to give us example, even in the 19th century, if village, for example, they used to choose one student and send this one student to go study from another righteous tzaddik, teacher, prophet. They used to collect money, every penny, anyone, whatever you can, just for him to go and to bring knowledge back. And he used to go for weeks, walking, taking horses, just for us to have appreciation and perspective. How lucky we are now. But because so much open, this is how careful we have to be, how we can open our mind, what we can information receive, what information we need to be very nourished to our mind. Because I always say our mind is not the garbage collector. We have to be very careful. But with that, it's take a practice as well. But it's really beautiful, Sarah. It's really, really beautiful because people have so much desire to understand more, deeper. And the more they understand, it's more it resonates with them. Why? Because we went through so many incarnations. We went to so many different journeys. Then now our time, it's age of Aquarius, the time of Mashiach, Messiah, in Hebrew we call Mashiach. It's in English we call Messiah, the final redemption. All our tribes coming together in order for us to create, it's like a one soul, collective consciousness, and it's the most beautiful thing. So I definitely, definitely it's my merit, and I would love to hear what kind of questions you had from your audience, and we can expand more if I know. I would definitely will share.
Brilliant. It's amazing, especially when you say that our souls, that when this information resonates, like some people will say, I didn't understand a thing, but I felt like there's something it's sparked some questions within me. And because of that, they want to know more. And this is, we're here, and super happy to have you back. So one of the things I was inspired to talk about was we are in the month of Pisces, according to the Kabbalistic astrology, and obviously it's different on the other astrology. We're in the month of Pisces, and so many happening right now. Would you be able to give us some little hints about Pisces? Pisces, what to expect during, what sort of energies to expect, and what how it's going to affect some of us or most of us this period of time.
Okay, so it's a beautiful question. It's a big question. We definitely can expand different way, and I will try to be, I will simplify it. I just want to mention to everyone, I apologize if sometimes you can hear us break down our voices, because we really cross each other, across the ocean from each other. So, you know, we kind of spoiled to have everything perfect internet connection, but you know what? It's all miracle. It's the miracle on his own, and we have able right now. Sarah came from other place of the world. She's right now, you're right now in England, and I'm in Canada, and we're born in completely different places. We went through such a journey, and now we're sitting sharing with the world the knowledge, and we're able. So I just want to apologize if sometimes we break down. So what's happened? Months of Pisces, you know, in Hebrew calendar are going according to moon phases, moon calendar. So what's happened in the sky right now? We really have Aquarius, the sun in Aquarius still.
Yeah.
But in the Hebrew calendar, on the moon calendar, we're actually already in Pisces. And what you mentioned, it's interesting because in the Hebrew calendar, every 4 years we have double Pisces. And you know, what is the double Pisces? Even actually ancient astrology, the astrology I practice as well, you know, with the Sefer Yezirah, but I'm practicing Babylonian astrology, which came initially from Mesopotamia, and where the Abraham came from. This is his homeland. And at Mesopotamia, they actually used to practice lunar calendar, Hebrew calendar astrology. And the reason being, if you calculate in Hebrew calendar, we never have 31 days. In months, we only have 29 or 30. Therefore, every 4 years, it's collecting the full months, which is we need to put inside. But it's not just coincidence. Yeah. It's called leaper year. Leaper year given to us to work, to have an extra tool to work on our tikkun. Tikkun in Hebrew are correction, which is we brought certain traits of character from the previous lifetime, and as well our own ancestor lineages. They give us a lot. I always say we're getting actually 70% work from ancestor lineages and only 30% of ours. So not to blame ourselves and not to feel guilty what I did past life, believe me. If you're now here, especially nowadays, which is the most intense, most blessed time, you took upon yourself, work like a champion. That I promise you. So 100%. So what's happened in my months of Pisces, for example, yesterday, by the way, today is the full moon, happy full moon, and it's happy, and it's full moon in Aries. Oh, sorry, in Leo, which is very important. It's very passionate. It's all about you know, extra drive and noble and ego and pride. So in relationship right now, there's a little bit of challenge, but in the same time beautiful. We're going to touch upon that, because what's happened right now in the sky, it's not happened too often. It's not a coming back again in 240 years. The combination has happened with Pluto, Sagittarius, plus we have Mars and Venus doing the tango dance for until end of the March, which has never happened. Usually they don't together more than 1 week, almost a month. So there's a reason for it. So what's happened now with the months of Pisces? We this year we have extra months of Pisces. Therefore, in the Torah reading, in the Old Testimony, we have a portions which is usually in the regular year we read during the months of Pisces double portion. Now we have we calculate and we take these two portions and we divide them for each week. And the months of Pisces, and again, the leaper year consider a little bit heavy than regular year because it's more intense energy. And what does the Pisces represent? Pisces really represent as well final redemption, because it's the last sign of zodiac. So by Pisces and the nature, if you have a strong Pisces, any of your audience, if they have, according to sidereal astrology, not Western astrology, if you have very strong Pisces in your chart, like your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, your Mars, even your Saturn as well, your Jupiter, those planets which is connected to the solar system, not outer planets. Outer planets not connect directly to our characters. You really, if you have strong Pisces in your chart, you're someone who loves to be a little bit more behind the scene, and you love certain things to be ready for you, so to say. Somebody need to cook for you, somebody need to prepare and bring for you. Why? Because it's nature of Pisces. They, on subconscious level, without even knowing, they harvesting everything what other 11 signs work on it. You understand?
Yes.
So, and this is why Pisces love to sleep more. You know, it's actually house represents sleeping, which is house represent jail. What is the jail? The only jail we can have is inside. People can be in jail and feel completely free. People can live outside and be in complete jail. You understand? Yeah. And for Pisces, Pisces who's spiritual, they're unstoppable, because it says 5 Pisces change the world. And by the way, Jesus will triple Pisces. Has nothing to do, nothing to do with Christmas time. Okay. And Moses was Pisces. And yes, and Joseph was Pisces. Do I say more? It's unbelievable, right? So yes, so the Pisces is extremely important. So we've been given double Pisces. Now, if you will look, every time when I do reading for people, it's not just 2 Pisces, identical Pisces. What really beauty about ancient astrology and direct sky fixed sign system, because it's astronomy as well. You actually not working with the houses, like, when you look at the wheel, it's like a cake divided to 12. Yes. Because each sign has a different longevity, has a different, for example, Pisces, it's one of the longest sign. Then we have, for example, Taurus, it's small. Cancer, it's much smaller. Now, what's interesting about Pisces, the Pisces, which is closer to, which is we in right now, the Pisces who closer to Aquarius sign, it's the Pisces look, the head of the Pisces look like a bird. It's called dak midaber in Hebrew, talking fish. So those people who, for example, the mouth and the exactly degree touch the Pisces, they actually unusual Pisces. They love to talk. They need approval when they speak. They're very soft when they speak. They're very attractive, especially men. So it's different type of Pisces. Sometimes they lie, but not because they want to lie, because they want to say things not the way how it is, the way how they want to see. And it's not necessarily bad, but it's a little bit in our reality, it seems to people complete lie. No, it's just from the very early age, those Pisces love to introduce world in the reality, which what they see inside in a much beautiful way. You understand? Especially don't forget Pisces represented by 2 planets. It's represented by Jupiter and it's represented by Neptune. Now, mainly by Neptune as well, even though Neptune is outer planet, but Neptune represents beauty, music, musicians. It represents illusion. It represents light as well. Okay. And then we have a Pisces with a long cord, and there's a few locations in the cord which is connected to the jail. And many times I can see when, for example, somebody has even moon, especially moon in this location. So almost sure the mother went through difficult birth, or during the pregnancy was going through really heavy time. And sometimes the person feel a little bit betrayed by mother, because there's a few stars represent in ancient astrology when the mother can, so to say, not to really give to the child, which is, this is very, and then we have another Pisces, which is close to Aries, which is many people think they're Aries. This is really righteous Pisces. This is the Pisces who will tell the truth, who very tough, straightforward, and people think you're not typical Pisces. Yes, because this is different Pisces. It's the duality. You understand? It's like a Gemini. We have another example. 2 Gemini, it's a male, female. One Gemini stand like a holy priest with the plates, with the divine. Another Gemini has a tail and has a erected penis. This is in the picture. You understand? So those are, yes, one represent completely sexuality and and to use his sweet talk, and another
Mm.
completely righteousness. And it's all of us. This is who we are. We have both of them inside. Every day we have to choose which one we're going to use. It's very simple. And many times, so the two Pisces, in it's a duality. And as well, what we have during the months of Pisces, most important holiday of all, it's Purim,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
this week, it's interesting. It's not just full moon today. It's actually yesterday we have a Purim Katan. It's called mini Purim because we
Okay.
do, yeah, because we have double Pisces.
Yeah.
And the regular, it's called a Pisces Aleph, which is, and then we have Pisces Bet. So in Hebrew alphabet, we have a first letter called Aleph and second letter called Bet. So we have two Pisces, and there's a people, by the way, who born in the Pisces Aleph. These people have extra protection of evil eye. It says in Talmud. So what's really in Sefer Yezirah it's explained because it's a really unique combination with its heaven rare. In general, Pisces, they're more protected from evil eye because they like, when you take a fish, she's like, she's going away right away. She can't even stay. This is how Pisces, you can really, and they jump to the water. So Pisces know how to, they can look sensitive, but they know how to manipulate in situation and to come out. You understand? And what's interesting enough, one of the best businesswomen is actually Pisces. Why?
Okay.
Because the second, yes, because if, for example, you're rising in Pisces, so it's mean your second house of Taurus, you understand? Your second house of Taurus in areas and driven, like going like for your, it's really, really important. So this is why people say, typical Pisces. It's not such a thing. First of all, it depends where you're rising, where you moon. There's so many combinations. But when you have such a strong Pisces, especially for women, they're very driven, very focused, more than, you understand? So this is why what's beauty about ancient astrology, when I look at somebody's chart, I'm not just saying, okay, your Pisces the degree. I'm going to look what kind of stars you got with that. Because if you look at the Pisces, they're not just created by some spaghetti. They create by dots, and each dot is the universe of the other stars, stargazers, you understand? So we have different royal stars, we have different very important stars, and many times star, especially a royal star, can influence more than actually sign himself.
Oh.
Okay, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
One day you will do chart with me. We're going to discuss. So, well, like I told you, and you will see what I'm talking about. And
Wow.
it's really, really important because when you know your higher stars, you need to
Yeah.
start to communicate with them. You need to start to talk to them. They need to know that now you know. You know,
Yeah.
you need to know, then you know, and when you know, you know. This is really important.
You cannot
Yeah.
unknow what you know.
Yes, exactly. So Pisces is really unique sign, and what's happened right now in the sky, which is I already started touch upon, it's really, we live right now in very unique time, especially February and March. It's one of the
Yeah.
most intense months of the year, and then we're
Yeah.
going to have again in October, and we're going to have in November. So what we can do we can do sometimes monthly or by monthly update. We can go over, see what's happening in the sky. Especially we need to prepare for a couple of very important events. We're going to have both lunar nodes will be changing the position. It's only happened once in 18 weeks, in 18 months. So it's almost more than a year and a half. We change lunar node. They represent our karmic tikkun correction, why we came to this world, which is directly connect to your other question.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I want right away tell to your audience, just to understand the reason what we're really experiencing right now, the time, space, and motion. Kabbalists really explain about our time, and they prepare us for the time we live in right now, because this time and space between cause and effect getting smaller and smaller. So you probably even feel, you wake up in the morning, the night starts, and you ask yourself, how come? Because the quality of the time at the beginning of the 20th century, 24 hours, it's like a 7 hours we live now. It's really intense. And look at the information we get. It's so much. So this is how it's important to have a time for prayer, to have a time for breathing, to meditate, in order for you to prepare for daily marathon. And even though it doesn't need to be marathon, you need to be very selective. It's like you need to imagine you driving the cosmic spaceship, mini cosmic spaceship you own, and so many stars, so many stargazers come around. You're not gonna stop for every second. You have your focus and you drive, because if you're not gonna be focused, you're gonna be lost. And at the end of the day, you can achieve anything. This is pure
You just
spirituality.
literally explained my day today. Literally just explained that. Like I had to stop myself, and I did a 15-minute meditation because I felt like so many things were happening all at the same time. Sorry to cut you in, but
No. I would love it's interaction, of course. And you know what? Today we actually have a very, very important combination with the Pluto, Saturn. We have Mars. It's going to happen once in 240 years. Not every lifetime we can experience. This is what we're going to do right now.
Not every lifetime we can experience. Brilliant. I like that. I just wanted to ask you,
yes,
when you say that this space is shortened, does that affect, apart from the things we do, does that affect the thoughts and the manifestation of things where they used to take longer before? Because someone told me the other day, she thought of something and within like a few hours it was happening. I've seen that as well, but does that affect our thoughts as well?
So I will tell you what exactly the Talmud explained to us. Talmud, it's one of the books which is explained, part of the study of Torah, of Old Testimony, and it's one of the books which is contain a lot of knowledge and information before even creation. So when we enter into the time, which is we are right now, the time of the final redemption, what's happened, we won't have opportunity like we used to have to, so to say, fix stuff and fix certain behavior like we had before. So let's imagine the boomerang effect. Let's say somebody said something and not exactly was in the right time in proper way. Perhaps somebody hurt somebody else. So the boomerang be thrown. We used to have a time, months, sometimes lifetime, to come back again to fix. Now you almost same day, you see the results. This is why spirituality right now more important than ever. I will give you another example. Our grandparents, if somebody, for example, used to get a fight with somebody else and they left to the town, it's take months to write a letter to send with the horse until this person will receive the letter. They already forget about it. They already forget, they forgive, no problem. Now text message, you killing people, God forbid. You killing people, you like without restriction, you are. This is why right now, more than ever, we need to be super focused, super concentrate, and to be very selective how much we give our time, what is really sharing and giving, including our own energy, how much we really, they can run, nothing accomplished. You need to ask why. This is why one of my favorite righteous people, his name Baal Shem Tov, he used to teach his students. I think I touched up on this last time. We live in a time of Gog and Magog, it's the time of the war of thoughts. We need to understand that. Nothing else. We came to this dimension to fight the war of thoughts, to understand how to collect, and therefore, with that, the real growth start. And nobody gonna come do for you. Nobody to blame. Nobody, no parents, like nonsense. You already like, when you already over 40, you still live in this nonsense illusional movie. It's gonna take nowhere. They gave you life, your parents, the environment you choose, your childhood, everything. It's exactly perfect, exactly what you sign in. When your soul need to ascend it again. So this particular environment was necessary and needed for you to experience certain luck, to experience certain pain, or opposite, to completely have joy, in order for you to put yourself together for your life joy. And then many of us, how you can help other people, how you can understand other people's pain, only when you went through that. And it says a real teacher, he really can send the message to the student, and it can resonate with them when he really left this knowledge, when he really practice. When you just preach and teach, it's going to be impressive. People are going to leave the lecture and say, oh, was amazing, and it's not going to stay with them. But when you really live, you walk the talk. Now we live in the time you cannot even lie in front of creation. Everything gets so revealed. You see,
everything is exposed.
Raw. You can see everything exposed. And look at the people right now, because everything's so intense. People are on the edge, everything revealed. It's like in the army. You know, when you live with your parents, everything, the food provided to you, you're in comfort zone, you can lay there, you can text, oh, I'm sorry, I laid. In army, no. Your character right away in front of you. The people will challenge you. They don't care how much your parents have money. This is, we live in the time right now.
No, you know what? I'm so glad you say this, and I would like to think I'm not the only one. I spoke to someone the other day, actually 2 days ago, and she said she literally had to go for an afternoon nap for 1 hour, was because she felt like, you know, because of these many things happening, I feel like our vessels, some of us, our vessels we're not ready to handle all these things all at the same time.
That's absolutely right.
I do struggle with this. Like, and the last few months, I struggle to find balance. Like, I get challenged to find balance, but I keep checking in and going like, okay, this is what's happening. I need to ground myself. I find myself doing more of that, or even just write, because the writing helps me to share that knowledge. Like you said, you receive that knowledge and it's a lot going on, and then you have to sort of see what are you going to share and how you're going to share it, who is going to read it, who is going to hear it. But mostly through writing, I find myself finding more balance. And I think that process of sharing some of that, because otherwise I don't want it to burn me, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. It's very healing too. Writing is very healing. It's another way to therapy for the soul, and another way to share.
Yes.
It's amazing. And especially if you have real talent in writing, your light can reveal and can be a message come to the world through the writing. It's really important, because writing is another level to manifestation of Malchut, the world we live in, right? Because when we have no body, when our soul in upper level, it's so high and everything so clear, so revealed to us, but with nothing we can do. You understand? As soon as we descend in the body, the information cut off from us, especially in the beginning. So we need to earn everything from the start, but each of us has different vessel. Still, the previous lifetime experience, the previous lifetime knowledge helping us. So when you put in writing, it's another left to use the malchut, your hands, your body, to manifest the light of Creator. You understand? It's really good.
I write once a week before. Nowadays, I write at least once a day, like first thing in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I put down a few notes. Like, I like pen and paper, but once I've done that, it's like this thing that wants to come out of me, this thing that wants to go. And once I've done that, then I can do my day. Like, I can get along with my day.
Amazing. And you know what's beautiful about it? Because you connected to yourself. You already coming to the place when nobody going to tell you what's good for you. This is what we need to understand. And the end, we can receive so much information, but we're the only one will know what needs to be picked from some and what really worked for you. And it's all about practice. We need to practice. We need to try things, not everything. With the time, with the knowledge, which is knowledge eventually become wisdom, we become more nourished and careful and collective, especially with people who surrounding us. The future, it's about community. The future, it's about the people who around us, we affected by the energy and by the knowledge and by the collective consciousness. So if, for example, there's no such a thing like negative people, but if you have certain friends who still trap and stay in the same illusional reality and still connect to the same pain, same blame, they're not really changing themselves. It's hard to be around those people for long. You definitely still, if they call you, definitely talk to them, but we're not longer in a place we need to go to birthdays, even our own family, we know we're going to come, the energy will be sucked over us. You need to understand, you have my permission. This is the universal permission. We're not there anymore. You here to carefully nourish yourself and protect yourself. In order for you to grow. Just don't, this is the one of the faults of Pisces and water sign. There's so much in the guilt of, oh my God, maybe I wasn't nice enough, maybe, and what end of the day they join with no energy. This is what you think creator wants? The spiritual person is the strong warrior. He knows the judgment, extremely important to have a spiritual person, because you need a judgment, what door to open, what people to continue communicate. You understand? This is really, really important. This is la la land about spirituality, just meditate. And how many people, spiritual people I know, they conflicted inside. They have a passive aggressive. Why? Because they're not working with the energy.
That's true.
They're not, they're not truthful. You don't need to hide anything. You need every moment to be direct and truthful. It's all what required of you.
For someone listening, when she mentions judgment, in case you don't know what judgment is, not like you're going to get punished or anything like that. It's the cause and effect, right? Would you explain?
You know, universe never punished.
Yeah,
it's nothing. It's such a illusion of religiosity.
Yeah, I didn't want to like religious people,
because
to think,
people need to understand. Maybe it's going to be hard for somebody first time to hear that. If, for example, you in certain religious organization, and if there's no spirituality attached, you need to know this organization won't make it. In the future, it's about spirituality. You have your own way to connect to the light, because in the end, we're all going to come to the same place. But there's no judgment from universe. We here create our own judgment. There's no heaven and hell. There's no such a thing. It's been completely created by religious environment in order to control people and manipulate people. Why the laws of incarnation was killed? Because it would be very hard to judge people. If, for example, somebody this lifetime born as a female but have a strong male energy and attract another woman, I'm not saying, you know, everyone has, but I'm not here to judge this person. I'm not here to, I don't know what's happened with me past life. The creator didn't let us be here judges. We need to work with our own.
You touched reincarnation, and I'm so burning to ask you about that and how, because obviously some people are aware of it and some people it's a bit of one of those things that, oh my gosh, what is that, and how is that connect with why I'm here right now? Would you like us to sort of
it's such a big topic. I can just touch just the pins, because because I'm planning to create a few videos step by step about reincarnations, and we can share my YouTube channel, so people, or my Facebook, I put all these articles there so they can go and check, because even my videos, it's not just about astrology, it's much bigger. If I talk about something, I always attach explanation, Kabbalistic explanation, because everything has an answer. We're not here just dogmatically to accept things. What really beauty about Kabbalah is Kabbalists demand to ask question, because when you ask with the question, you have the answer. Because when you ask, you have a vessel. Then there's something can be put now. About the incarnation, it's really big topic, and we have to be very careful how we look at that, because there's a lot of controversy about. I only can share with you some information which is I learned from the lineage I belong to, and it's you know, the Arya Kadosh, which is he used to live in 15th, 16th century in Israel, in the Tzfat, one of the second holy city of the Jerusalem. It's actually Tzfat. It says when the final redemption comes and resurrection of the dead, maybe from somebody it's like a new topic, or someone don't, it's okay, just listen as a nice conversation, like a nice movie. You don't have to believe. Just like hypothetically speaking, just another information. If it's going to resonate with you, beautiful. It's not, it's good too. The time for everything. So we need to right away to understand. In order for us to understand incarnation and appreciate the life, we need to understand death. We need to understand what's happened after life. We need to understand what is the bigger picture. What is the end of the process? There's no end on anything. It's constant circle. But when we create the earth, and it's the not first time, when we create this dimension, we came to this dimension and we create new ball of energy, step by step, by so to say, to removing the clipboard, the negative shelves of our own behavior, of the desire to receive for the self alone, of the limited understanding of the bigger picture. We growing, our souls growing, and this is how we bringing the final redemption in very simple way. Now the soul is infant. Our body, it's like it's not a closing. It's the holy temple of the soul. This is why we have a high responsibility. This is the double edge. It's like a contradiction of spirituality. This is what really the spirituality. It's all about contradiction. We're not supposed to have the idol worship for our body, but equally we have a full responsibility to take care of our body, because our body is responsible for our soul. And if you know how to take care of your body, to eat properly, not to be overweight, exercise, it means you can be more focused, you can be more active, you can be your serotonin come, you can have a better mood, and you can be a better sharing person. You can be more kind. You understand? It's like all together. There's no extreme. It's all about balance. When you exercise, it's not good to exercise too much. Not good at all, because then you overdo your body. Eat, if you like something, eat just a little bit, enjoy, don't go over, because then the joy will become abuse, like in everything, right? So what's happened? Our souls going through so many different reincarnations. We have 4 kingdoms, right? We have a mineral kingdom, we have a vegetarian kingdom, we have animal kingdom, and we have a mankind kingdom. Those 4 kingdoms connect to reincarnation. They're all part of the system. So many human souls go through all this process. When before Earth created, many souls went through even to be air and gas. You understand? We connect to everything. This is why when we die, our body nothing. It's getting to the earth. It's become part of the mineral. The cow eat us. We're going through the milk. We're everywhere. This is how nourished we have to be to everything around us. We're one.
Yes.
You understand? By pulling the cover to cover yourself, you're not covering yourself, you're uncovering yourself, because you're uncovering somebody else. This is how serious it is. Simple and very serious. The spirituality, it's very serious business. There's no such a wishy-washy. No. When you get in knowledge, when you ask question, you need to right away understand with this question, you're going to have responsibility. That's it. And many times, even without knowing, you get in on the head. So it's what it's mean. By not knowing, you think it will be avoided by paying your due? No. But it's not about payment. It's much bigger. Kabbalists never use the word punishment. They never use a word, you have to, the payment is a punishment. It's very simple. It's the cause and effect. It's like a tango. Universe, it's about tango. It's one big sex. It's the communication, constant communication. There's no way to get electricity without minus and plus will be in balance, and only then filament can come, right? And we right now, 2 days before Shabbat Kitisa. And what is the Kitisa? Is the golden calf. Is the portion which is represent woman, spiritual woman, by the way. Because women, they finish their correction, they tikkun, the moment of the golden calf. I made video yesterday.
Really?
And this video, it's all about this portion Kitisa. People welcome to go to my YouTube channel. It's called Esther-Astro-Healing and YouTube channel. And you will see yesterday I posted this beautiful video. I explain a lot of secrets about what's happened on Golden Calf from different perspective. And I talk about women, why women consider the change, they finish I'm talking about the women who turn to spirituality nowadays. Those women were there at the time of the golden calf in Mount Sinai. This it says in Talmud and in Gemara. Okay, so it's very clear. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. This is what the beauty about Kabbalah. It's not, you don't need to be Jewish to study Kabbalah. What is the Jewish? It's part of the tribe of Jew. Has nothing to do to be Israelite soul. When final redemption comes, it says the Elijah the prophet will have a permission to actually see and point who actually has Israelite souls. A lot of people will be surprised, even people who now Jewish, they may not be even Israelite souls. The Erev Rav, who built the golden calf. And this is difficult conversation. Many Jewish people don't even like to have, because they've been in so long in establishment of religious environment, of the entitlement of the holy nation. The only moment you become holy when you behave like holy. In potential, yes. But because it's such a big vessel, if it's not receiving light, it needs to be with something else. You don't have third identity, or light or darkness. So you understand? So what's really important for the light of Creator, it's how much you have a desire, and you, in this lifetime, you expand your desire to receive the light, to understand what is the cause and effect, to understand the world of angels, what is the animal kingdom, mineral kingdom, how you're supposed to take care of it, why everything was created before Adam. Because remember, the Adam, the main thing, was created as a last.
Yes.
You understand? So the animal kingdom was created prior. We have a very strict laws about animal kingdom, how we need to take care of, how you need to feed your animals before you feed yourself, how you need to take care of your employees and pay your employees first before you pay yourself. There's so many spiritual laws we have, 613 laws we have, 613. And there's a secret behind you. So you see, this topic is so big. It's not black and white. And each of us can come to be so many reincarnation in such a high achievement of spirituality, and then ask back to come back here in very dark place, in the family with no spirituality, in the middle of the war, because it's darker place you come, it's in the potential more light you can reveal. If you're born in a very spiritual family with a lot of money, with all the nourishment environment, beautiful, I'm happy for you. But with that, there's not much you can reveal. You just need to maintain, at least, you understand? And little bit growing and growing. But people need to be encouraged and to feel so blessed then about your past, about your childhood, what you went through is the most beautiful thing. Because as more difficulties you went through, is more opportunity and ability you have to reveal light to. It's all about, remember my favorite, I cannot stand word fixing. There's nobody need to be fixed. It's all about transformation, to transform, which is Scorpio. Why I love so much Scorpios? Because it says in Talmud, if we're going to change, transform the energy of Scorpio inside of us, the final redemption comes like that.
Oh.
Because the 8th house is a house of transformation as well. It's the house of deep knowledge. It's house of Pluto, but in potential, the highest light can be revealed. The other side, the snake, the other side, the negative side, the creator was created for us in order for us to be challenged. Without challenging, we cannot reveal the light. Okay, you're going to sit every day in comfort zone, smoke cigar, have a good martini. How much growth is going to come there? I'm not saying, God forbid, some people going through horrible experience. It's not what I'm saying. We don't need to. This is why it's good to have spirituality to avoid, to prevent certain experiences. You understand? Very important. Because spirituality is all about practice. And especially we as a woman, we're all about how to be practical. Women represent Malchut. The world we live in, it's called world of Malchut. A man gets here. They came to reveal the light through the vessel of the woman. This is why each relationship, whoever represents male or female and relationship, female need to be really taken care of. She needs to be really nourished, because this is the vessel. Is best vessel condition, is better light will stay there. So each man need to understand that. And for more women likewise as well. Woman needs to be with wisdom. She needs to be smart. She can overwhelm a man with many questions, and men need not here to be your girlfriend. You need to have a girlfriend on the side. Men operate different. They can be overwhelmed with your thoughts. You're going on vacation, man and woman, okay, what we're going to do next? Men like, well, hold a second. I just came here to rest. Just give me. So woman needs to know how to give space to men. Because men cannot, this is not the thing. You give him task, leave him alone. You give him like, don't expect from men to be women. This is another thing in our world where so much mix, you understand? Woman didn't came here to be man. She came to be really, she can be provider, but if you have a children and your husband work, if possible, try to be a little bit more. And if your husband feel he more connect to children, by all means, because we live time right now, but children need to have a quality of time, not quantity. See, I'm jumping from place to place because it's such a big topic. Children is a whole other topic for me. It's one of my favorite topics.
Is it?
So,
okay, we'll
yeah. So just to summarize about the incarnation, it's definitely a big topic. But what's really, and we can talk about a long time. But what's really important for us, what really now, what I want to leave your audience with, like kind of to, if you have any other questions, for by all means, just to summarize, what's really important for us to love yourself, extremely important. It's easy to say, see what things you don't like about yourself and go a little bit deep, but don't see things the way how you used to experience. Every time when you grow, you have opportunity to come back to the same movie, same situation, but with different you. And now to revisit and to rethink and suddenly say, wow, hold thinking, it's not really was that bad, or why I made such a big deal of nothing, right? And so many things can relate to. So this is really, really important, especially now when the full moon of Leo, which is whatever's happened on the new moon of Leo, which is August, the seed, because new moon, it's about seed, and full moon, it's about manifestation. So now, we have to remember that every time we have a new moon, we need to put the seed, and then in the full moon, we will see the results. So whatever you feel right now, whatever you're going through, it's actually the manifestation of the new moon of Leo happened 6 months ago. You understand? And what's interesting, another thing, is we're in the full moon of Leo, but it's facing Aquarius. It's the opposite of Aquarius. What is the Aquarius? It's about humanity. It's about collective consciousness. It's about community. It's about revolution, right? Because Uranus comes from there as well, not just Saturn represent Aquarius, Uranus as well, even though it's outer planet. But Uranus, it's about sudden events, about revolution, about technology. So it's like it's a position right now. So Leo, it's about leadership. So our leaders who's not in spirituality, they right now facing masses. You understand?
Yes.
Astrology is a beautiful thing if you know how to use.
I wish I understood it more, but the little that I learned over the years, it sort of explains a few things that we see currently, and I feel like I'm somewhat blind, because without astrology, seriously, you're walking blind. That's a fact. But I feel like I'm seeing things a little bit, and I'm able to sort of decipher certain things and go like, okay, this is happening maybe because of this and that. But it's beautiful. I know we are running out of time. How can people get in touch with you again? I love your YouTube channel. I do pop in there every now and then and watch some of the programs that you
so definitely your audience, if for example my YouTube channel, my Facebook, if they have any questions, there's my email attached. My assistants can always respond. Sometimes it takes a few days if we're busy. If your audience interested in the personal natal chart, it's my merit, they actually get in special discount. I don't provide this discount to many people. So my regular price is $222, which is not really a big price. I keep in my price low because I want more and more people will be able to get to know themselves better. And for your audience, it's still, I have a special discount, $180. So if they decide, but in general, my goal really for anyone who open themselves for more and more to understand who you are is the most beautiful thing. Because it's more you getting who you are, getting to know yourself, is the best, because nobody can come and change your mood or tell you. They perhaps can trigger some traits of character. So we say don't tell the messenger. But at the same time, we need to be very strong, like a palm tree. You can see tree standing strong, and it can be cracked in a second. But the palm tree, it's one of the most spiritual trees. This is what the Talmud telling us to compare ourselves, to be like a palm tree. You can be very flexible. The wind comes, anything, but you never break. So we need to be that flexible with ourselves, because it's better you're flexible, you know how to love yourself. It's mean the better you can be flexible with other person. Because how the creation works, it's more forgiving we are to other people. It's better we'll be forgiven by creation toward us. It's simple as that. So we need to be practical, spiritual, before you could get angry with someone, or before you're going to keep the pain or anger. Remember, same thing, creation going to work with you, because this is the energetical force you're creating around you. It's very simple, but it's important to practice.
I was going to ask you, would you like for us next month to do, it's a women's day, International Women's Day. Would you like
It's actually my English birthday on the March 8th.
Really? We could do it before or after.
No. Actually, it's a good idea, because it's very important to share on your birthday. My Hebrew birthday, it's Adar 11, which is going to be as well next month. We celebrate two birthdays. We celebrate Hebrew birthday and we celebrate English birthday. But March 8th is beautiful day, so definitely we can do it. Let's do it. What date of the week?
Women and their purpose and what they do in Malchut.
Oh, for sure. In this case, I do recommend for your audience definitely to listen to my yesterday video of Portion Kitisa, the golden calf, because I already start conversation there and the seed level of spirituality of women. So if you can attach even link for your audience to make it simple.
I'll link it.
Simple, so to make it simple for them. Actually, next day, it's beautiful. Because the March 8th, it's Tuesday. Perfect. I was afraid if it's Saturday or Friday, so I cannot do it. But it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and I still have a morning time available. So I will tell my assistant definitely to reach out. We're gonna do, and and ask your audience if they do have specific questions about motherhood, parenting, about their own struggles, about their own revelation, not struggles. We don't have to talk just about struggles. We can talk about so many things, so many topics. Will be absolutely my pleasure.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Esther. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
Likewise.
And I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really, really appreciate your time. I appreciate you, and I wish you to appreciate you. It's so important for all of us. We all need to have agenda to become better and closer to the light. This is why we're here in the first place.
True. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. All the best.